Hi people, welcome back to Dutch Modeling with Tales from the Truck. This image might be a little bit crooked and maybe shaky, but it comes because I turned my tripod into a bipod and now it's hanging from 2 legs instead of 3 to steady it, so it might be a bit shaky and I'm not sure how it does with the lighting because it's pretty light outside and I didn't really want to close my curtains yet. So, be warned. The truck I was building, the 6-wheeled army truck, Soviet. As you can see, I did quite some work. Let's see if I can put the camera a little bit down. Hopefully it stays. So, I've done most of the work on the chassis, and I started work on the engine block and transmission. That's where I was last time. I started because that's what you start the chassis, and as I normally do, I start from left to right. So from left to right. One tip, however, if you're ever going to build this kit, don't do it from right to left, and quite easily because this part, this part is very fragile. It's very thin. It's this part here, and that's quite easily because if that's the first thing you use to attach or combine or attach the both two sides of the chassis, that thing that bends quite easily, it just goes up and down, and you get more tear marks or stress marks, those white marks when you put plastic together. That's really the only problem I had so far. The other thing, no, that's not true. The other thing, and that's let me see. All these steps are okay, and then you got this step. That hole in there, it's not center lined. It kind of looks on the picture that it's in the center, but it's not. And just to give you an orientation, if you see it like this, there's the middle part. The opening in there has to be more on this side than on this side. So it has to point towards the front. This is the back. Front, back. To the side with the hook. So it has to be on the side with the hook. Just because if you add this part, you don't know about this part yet, the rod over here, it will be just a little bit off center, so it will be just, instead of nice and straight, it will just point down that little bit. It makes it, if you have to put this one on, the rod that goes from the exhaust, I'm guessing it goes from here down to the middle to there, all the way to there. It has 2 little located pins in there, and it won't line up. You will have half a centimeter, or what is it, 1/4 of an inch, I think it is, too short. So make sure you got that little brace pointing the right way. Otherwise, like I did, you have to break it and do it over again. Cut another hole or just fill it. That was really the only problem. And they don't, you can see here, part F10 that goes in, but they don't tell you how, and you don't see it on a picture how. But like I said, underneath the axle here, the leaf springs, underneath there and there, where the braces are 2 locator holes. So they slot in there. Because I was really figuring out if it should go over over here, or under here, or here's a little gap, maybe it should be going in there. No, there are 2 locator pins in there, and that's where you need to go in. This one is as well a little bit strange. They put leaf springs for some reason horizontally, and this one is vertically. Well, you probably guessed they both need to go on vertically. So, the back on step 14, they tell you to put in G1. G1 are clear parts. I wouldn't put them in just after painting, otherwise they get colored anyway. So I will wait with those and paint them right hand with a clear coat afterwards. And let's see. I had a little bit of trouble with part F27 on the engine. Again, because of the location. If you put these together, that step, if you put them together, there will be, as you can see again with this step, there should be a hole there. That's supposed to be there. Mine was kind of halfly filled with flesh before I realized it was flesh. And part F27 actually fits in there. And there is a little bit of a, just call it a roundel around there where the pin goes. Just underneath that pin there. And that's what you need to center line that pin on. And that really was the only thing, the only two things I had to kindly juggle around with a bit. Camera's getting off, going crooked again. So I ordered a new tripod already, so it should be in hopefully next week. Don't know. It comes from China, nice and cheap. So hopefully then the camera will be straight again, because it's really under an angle. It should be like this, to be honest, but because I don't have the third leg, it hangs. And I hope it stays now because I moved it. Yeah, it stays. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, I'll be continuing to work on the engine. And there's a couple of things that go on there. Looks like an air cooler and or air filter and some things I really don't know what they are. And I know an engine, but I haven't seen those before. So, but as I said, I did this. So these steps, all, and then more work on that. That's still to come. And I'm guessing once I got the engine in, the exhaust system will follow. I'm gonna just move over like this. The exhaust will follow. And then the transmission. So I'll probably be back after I finish the transmission parts, the drive shaft and everything, which is next. Oh my god, I forgot my autofocus. Well, that's what you do with only the bare minimums. You might forget something. And yeah. So yeah, this is, yeah, well, like I said, this is the basic modeling, back to basics series, which I do with stuff I have, and for now this is really creeping me out at the moment, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Autofocus off. So now it should be steady. I don't know about the lighting though. So I'm gonna continue that. Watching movie, so I'm probably gonna do something wrong again. And next, I'll upload this as soon as I'm back in Holland, which might be Friday. It's Thursday now. Tuesday. It's Tuesday now, not Thursday. Yeah, Tuesday now. And tomorrow's Friday, Wednesday, so I will be going to Paris again. These videos are kind of big to upload, and it will cost me my data plan, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until I got either a decent Wi-Fi or I'm back in the Netherlands to do that, which will be at least on a Friday by probably Thursday evening, Thursday evening. I might, I'm not sure yet, so we'll wait for that. And yeah, that's basically it. I haven't done that much on purpose. I could have done more, but I didn't really have a chance to, I just only now figured out how to balance the bipod by now, so it won't fall down because it's kind of hanging from the ceiling. And yeah, I'm gonna continue now. we'll see you next time. So have fun. Bye bye.